In the beginning, when God created our world, it was a paradise of colors, fragrances, textures, sounds, and tastes. There was thick grass, exotic plants, towering trees, and flowering blossoms. There were rivers and streams, color-splashed orchards, cold springs, and luscious fruits. It was a tailor-made environment for nurturing the heart, an oasis of renewal. Think about a world without asphalt, steel, or concrete. Awe-inspiring beauty from the stars to the sea. It was perfect. And as it turns out, it was an environment our souls still long for. Even now, the wondrous beauty still awes us. And in these simple moments, when we allow ourselves to appreciate Earth's magnificent wonders, there's a certain part within us that feels it has finally found home. Let's join Dr. Winnie King as she shares some insights about the environments where we work and live and how we can recreate a soothing oasis that renews our soul.
When you close your eyes and drift away to your private sanctuary of peace, calm, and quiet, what do you see? Well, if you're like me and the rest of us who long for a little heaven on earth, I'll bet you're not calling up visions of clutter and clatter, stale air, and awful smells. Why? Well, it seems obvious. Inherently, we know the difference between an environment that lifts our spirits and one that pulls us deeper into darker places. Research confirms that our environment either affects us positively or negatively. It affects our feelings, thoughts, mood, and actions. Here's an example that demonstrates the simple impact of a little bit of nature. A study of urban residents, city dwellers who live in apartment buildings. Those whose buildings were landscaped have stronger feelings of community. They know their neighbors better, socialize more, and feel more secure. Just having a bit of nature outside their home proved to be a coping mechanism for mental fatigue. Trees and greenery eased the grinding stresses of inner city living. A natural environment created stronger feelings of hope for the future and helped residents manage their problems more effectively. They were more satisfied with life overall. Nature has a healing effect on us too. Hospitals have learned that patients who have a view of nature from their windows healed better, faster, and had less pain. Seeing trees through their window rather than buildings and brick walls made a huge difference. Think how you feel after a walk through a beautiful garden or a tree-lined path. Windows are beneficial for learning as well. In a study involving undergraduates, a windowed classroom increased motivation and attention. An abundance of daylight in the classroom dramatically increased test scores. In an American Institute for Research study, 6th graders in California who participated in an outdoor class showed improved science test scores. A nature-based environment reduces discipline and other classroom management problems, and it increases enthusiasm for learning. Nature is a positive aid for students who struggle to pay attention. The greener a child's play area, the less severe are his or her attention deficit symptoms. Nature's positive impact can also be seen in the workplace. The anxiety level of employees who work in a building with plants was lower than employees working in an environment without plants. They showed increased concentration and improved attention to details. If you're feeling pressure at work, take a 10-minute walk among trees or beautiful landscaping. You'll return more alert and refreshed. Here's a study with results that might not surprise you. Participants who watched a video of a drive down a scenic parkway exhibited lower levels of frustration than those who watched a drive through crowded and noisy city streets. Think about that as you wonder why you're feeling all tense as you roll into your parking space. All this research shows us that simply viewing a garden or other forms of nature reduces blood pressure and lowers the pulse. Be good to yourself and enjoy the healing power of nature.